So press people should
Sit here. I think BGMC will sit there.
DGMs will sit backside. Here only GM, CMD and press people. That's what GMs do.
Yeah, but if you are, you don't know how they responded to such a short notice. In fact, just sort of hurriedly done, and we'll keep proud to host this event because the policy that we are going to launch is a matter of great pride to me, especially a great gesture, as we call it, the Women of India. As we move further, we will unveil you more details about the policy. So, I mean, it's been great pleasure that we've been able to come to you with some innovation, some unique, engagement or other continuous. That is what we hope to continue. Go to the public with new innovations, new tie-ups, new arrangements, new business propositions altogether, which last year the New India has been able to do in a continuous manner. And touch wood, the results have also been good so far. We're all keeping our eyes and fingers knotted, crossed, or whatever you say, to end of the year where we have an ambitious target, both in terms of top line and in bottom line. And today we are ahead of the market as we have put it on the press release, a matter of great pride to us again. And without much further descriptions, I will invite our Chairman and Managing Director to address the media.
My dear friends from the media, my colleagues from Unmarried Assurance, welcome to all of you to this evening for this very brief press meet. You are all sitting in a very historic room of Unmarried Assurance. This boardroom was occupied by luminaries like G. Tata and other major industrial magnates of India for many years. You would know that New India was not only the first multinational insurance company, it was perhaps the first multinational Indian company to be from this country. Because those days when no other company ventured into the various parts of the world, New India was the first company to go out, set up a number of branches. But of course, over a period of years, because of nationalization in many parts of the world, some of our operations were taken over by the local governments. So we are now trying to get back into those markets, as I have been telling you in the past. Tomorrow, as you all know, is the International Women's Day. It's a day to mark the achievements, the contribution of women to the society, to the economy, and also to ensure that their role becomes larger and much bigger, not only in our country but also the whole world. So we in New India thought that we should really do something in our own way to mark that occasion. So what we have done is we have come out with a product with the name Asha Kiran. So it is essentially a health insurance product with personal accident cover added to it. So this policy, it's a floater policy which will be given only to families, only to parents who have only girl children. So it's not going to be available to all. So the idea is, in our country, still, there are many places where having girl children is an issue. So we thought that we should really do this to show our support, to encourage those families who have only girl children. So that's so only those families would be eligible to have this cover. So it will primarily be a floater policy with sum insureds of 4 options: 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, and 8 lakhs. I'll just give some of the details. Of course, my colleague Mrs. Rajendran, because he will take you through all the details. There will also be a personal accident cover with the same sum insured, covering death, loss of limbs, and permanent total disablement. There will also be hospital cash of 0.1% of sum insured. There will also be a critical illness cover. There will be ambulance charges. We will also be covering Ayush treatment, which, as you know, is not really available in many of the policies. 74 daycare procedures are covered, making it very wide. The important point is the premium rates are very attractive, so that no families can afford to take these policies. So premium rates have been kept very reasonable, and also we had certainly built in some reductions in premium to encourage these families to take health insurance policies. Friends, as you know, we are really focusing on product innovation in the last few months in a big way. We had come out with the domestic workers policy with the Indian Merchants Chamber. So we are in the process of filing a 3-in-1 product about which I had spoken to you in the past. We recently tied up with the Bharatiya Mahila Bank as a corporate agency. We also launched 3 women-centric products, which are primarily for the one is for women in the lower income group, another policy for women, working women with a higher earning capacity, and a third policy for women's families, for the entire families. So we will continue that this kind of product innovation in the next few months, because we feel that the Indian society is really geared for taking general insurance in a big way, but then they need to be given products which are tailor-made and suited to their specific needs. I think with this, a few words.
Thank you, sir. Now I request you to make a presentation about this.
The basic objective before we started to design this product was twofold. One was to encourage and sort of facilitate quality healthcare for the girl children, which remains neglected, whatever we may say, in large parts of India. And the second was some kind of financial protection we could give to the girl children in case the parents meet with an accident. So with this twofold objective, we have designed the product. Who can take this policy? Like our chairman said, we have designed it only for families which have girl children. So obviously the proposer, his spouse and the dependent girls as daughters can be covered in the family. The policy covers hospitalization expenses for treatment. It's like a general health insurance basically. All types of hospitalizations are covered. Personal accident cover for the parents is for accident death. Accident financial security for the child when it grows up is maintained. That is the objective again. We have a hospital cash benefit. This is also a new addition in the health policy. For the number of days a person is hospitalized, to meet the, you can say, extra expenses for the attendance or for any other reason. This amount is paid on daily basis. This is where up to 1% of the sum insured. Next. Critical care benefit. If during the period of the cover, the insured person is diagnosed to be suffering from any critical illness, these are 11 critical illness as defined by IRDA, and in that case we are giving something above the sum insured. It is a 10% of sum insured is given in addition to the sum insured, in addition to the hospitalization benefit, just to take care of the change in lifestyle and the extra expense which a person may have to incur following a critical illness. Some of the other benefits which are added here: ambulance charges required, if required. Ayush treatment is also now becoming part of all our health policies. That is Ayurvedic, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy.
Please.
Pre-hospital, this is increasing. So up to 74 daycare procedures, where even if they are not hospitalized or for less than 24 hours hospitalization, we are paying those claims. Free look period 15 days we are offering as per IRDA regulations. It is required, as well as a facility to the customer if they are not satisfied with the terms and conditions of the policy. They can return it within 15 days. Cashless hospitalization, we have large number of network hospitals, around 4,500 or more also, and preferred provider network in 11 cities, which is running very successfully. There are attractive zone-wise premium, that is we have 3 zones, zone 1, 2, 3. Zone 3 is, zone 1 is Mumbai, Gujarat, zone 2 is all other metro cities, and zone 3 are other than metro cities. This also gives benefit to people who are in zone 3 cities, so that they get substantial reduction in premium and they don't ultimately subsidize the premium of the higher zone people. The premium rates we have 2 charts, primary member and additional member. The proposer is primary member, his premium will be age-wise from the primary member chart, and the additional member will come. The attraction here is the premium for the children will be 50% discounted for additional members. So that is to make it affordable for these families. This is the basic cover. Otherwise, the exclusions and all, like PAD and all the standard exclusions are there. There are certain diseases which have 2-year waiting period, certain 4. So there is not much of a deviation as far as exclusions are concerned. Thank you.
A single lady cannot opt for.
It's designed as a family floater, and the main objective is to encourage families with girl children. So, but we have normal policies for normal man and women. So this is a special policy designed for families with girl children.
So if a family has a boy and
They
a
will
girl,
they will not be eligible.
so they have to have a boy and a girl, they are not eligible. But if there are 2 girls or a single girl, then they are eligible.
See, the idea is...
No, I just wanted to
No,
understand.
I understand. See, we have normal floater policies which can cover families.
Okay.
But this is a specific floater policy which has been designed, including the personal accident cover, making the premium a little more affordable for families with girl children. So if there is a boy, then they won't be entitled for this
They can
policy.
take a different.
So do you have any statistics that how many families are there in India? Because we need to have at least with a market size. Yeah, just want to understand how big is the market size in this. Do you have any statistics that how many families in India can fall in this category?
You see, I can only go by the theory of probability. You know, I don't think we really have statistics of how many families are there which are absolutely only girl children. I mean, this is a very, very rough estimate. Probably 25 to 30% of the families could be only having girl children. I mean, it's a very, very rough. I don't think there's any statistics available really on that count.
But when you conceived this proposal, you wouldn't have thought of a business model.
No, that's what I'm
How did
saying.
you,
We looked at this number of 25 to 30% as a number. As the potential, as the ultimate potential.
You have mentioned that this amount will be kept in fixed deposits.
Yeah.
So, I mean, since New India is anyway rated like a AAA company, and there wouldn't be any doubt in the policy buyer's mind that, that New India will not pay. So, why did you have to say that you are putting it as a fixed?
No, the idea is if the parents die, that money is kept in a fixed deposit till the child attains majority. It should earn interest.
Achha,
The other option is we can
minor.
keep the money.
Okay.
So if we keep the money, we don't pay interest. So instead, the moment an incident happens which attracts a claim under the policy, the money will be paid and kept in a fixed deposit in favor of the child.
As it
And
reach,
once the child reaches a majority, then it can be used for the education of other purposes. That's the whole idea.
Which are the other women policies that you have launched with the Mahila Bank?
Actually, 3 women policies we have launched. Tejinder, you can...
Yeah, there is one. 2 policies are on individual basis, that is individual sum insured. One for women who may have a higher income group. It's called DNB Nirbhaya policy. DNB is Bharatiya Mahila Bank. It's goes with their need. And the other is for slightly lesser premium, or a very affordable premium, that is called DMB Sakhi policy. That is also an individual basis. And the third policy, which is a family floater policy, DMB Parivar Suraksha. So there, because their large customer base may be families who would want a single coverage, it's a floater policy. So these are three policies.
These are also health.
These are also all
policies. They have similar discounts.
The premium ratings are different because that is an individual policy, individual sum insured. Some of the coverages are different there. Some part of maternity is covered in two of those policies. So the rating is different.
How do you market this product?
We have a large infrastructure. We will be publicizing it. You will see it in the papers tomorrow morning. And then we will be having, we have about 70,000 agents across the country, 2,000 officers.
No specific region, no specific...
No, it's going to be marketed all over the country. So 2,000 marketing officers. So we will be marketing through our regular channels, and we are sure that this product not only will catch the imagination of people, it will also do well.
How is the response to your previous product, your domestic
See, I don't have the numbers, but then that's a very limited. So it's only being given to the Indian, because we just wanted to do a kind of pilot. But it is really, I mean, there have been a lot of inquiries, and so that has now encouraged us to go for a retail product. So we are almost on the verge of finalizing that product. Probably in a week or two, we'll be filing it with IRDA. And we feel that product will really do well, because you know that's in one product where you have a health cover, accident cover, and also cover for the home at affordable prices.
Are rates for women in any case cheaper than men in health insurance?
Normally we don't really make a distinction between
The
man and
rates are
woman.
the same.
Yeah, it's the same. It's only based on the age the premium rates differ.
And in this case, if only the girl child can be covered in this policy. So,
only families with children can be covered. So if the family has a male child, then they will not be entitled for this policy. They can take other policies. The normal family floaters they can take.
In a family with in-laws, with a girl child from in-laws. So
This is only meant for the husband, wife and
and
children.
children.
Yeah, so it's not extending itself to others.
so if they have a second child, then it will be they'll be out of the policy.
If they have a male child, yes. No, see, yeah? We're not stopping at the... They can migrate to a normal floater policy. We think the premium will be higher and...
But the benefit of the lower rate is only for the girl child. The family doesn't get lower rate.
See, there are... The whole premium structure itself is competitively done. And in addition, we are also giving a discount for the girl children. We are also giving a personal accident cover. So, which is again at a very affordable rate. So, if you look at the whole economics of it, it's very reasonable as compared to a normal product if you take it separately.
But is there anything for single mothers or anything like that?
Normal policy is there. They have not come out. Maybe there's an idea I will note down. And but right now they have to go for the normal policies.
The Bharat Mahila, the Mahila Bank products are all for.
It's mainly now meant for the account holders of Bharatiya Mahila Bank, not for the retail policy. But that's an idea we will certainly look at.
But those are also family products.
Two of the products are individual products. One is a family product. Of the three products, two are individual products. Third is a family product.
And maternity is covered in which one?
Two of the individual.
It is. But otherwise, individual policies don't cover maternity.
No. Normally, retail policies do not.
What are the other products you're working on? So we can give some hint.
We will tell you at the right time. We're not supposed to tell you in advance. But all I can tell you is we are working on quite a few products, and we will certainly come to you as and when the product is launched.
The third party
We all made, the exposure draft had come, and industry had expressed its opinion on the premium rates as per the exposure draft. So there were certain areas where we felt that the premium rates are not adequate, especially in the commercial vehicle segment, goods carrying vehicles and passenger carrying vehicles about carrying more than 6 passengers. Where as per the exposure draft, there is actually a reduction in the premium rate. So according to our calculations, that is very much on the lower side. In fact, premium rates need to go up in those two segments. So the industry, through the General Insurance Council, has conveyed its views to the regulator, and we are now awaiting the decision of the regulator.
Redirecting of third party. There is a proposal.
See, as an industry, we support opening up. But only thing, there must be some roadmap for opening up of the third party prices. Because we have seen in the past, there has been supply side constraints. So, the very idea of forming a motor pool was to handle that situation where policies were not available to the commercial vehicle owners. So that's the only concern. Otherwise, as an industry, we certainly would support the opening of those.
Like supply side constraint, you fear that public, the private companies might raise rates and discourage business.
They can price themselves out of this market.
And you have to, at the end of the day, underwrite every bad risk also.
No, it's a mandatory cover, so you need a cover. Suppose certain players put themselves in such a level that they don't have to sell these policies. Then we don't want a situation that again comes back to us. And as a public sector company, our rates would always have to be reasonable. This is only an apprehension. I'm not saying that it will happen. So there must be a clear roadmap before this is put in place.
Already March first week, so are you on the path of achieving the target which you have?
Doing our best. You can see us all on customers, places, canvassing for business. Doing our best, hopeful of putting up a good performance in the current year.
Loss ratios will come down.
Yes, by the trend we are seeing there will be some reduction in the loss ratios. So we are hopeful of showing better numbers in terms of profitability by the end of the current financial year. But as an insurance company, we always have to keep our fingers crossed till 12 o'clock, 31st March.
You are the corporate agency for Platinum.
Yeah. It's an MOU, so we'll be entering into corporate agency after fulfilling the formalities.
That will be a 3-year.
Yes.
As of now, do you have any data on how many women have taken insurance from what is anything you have?
I don't think there's any industry-wise data available as to how many women have taken policies. Sometimes they get covered as individuals, sometimes they get covered as part of families, and then they also get covered as part of the corporate group policies. So I don't think there's any database at this point of time, but then it's something which we need to develop to see what is the level of penetration among women in health insurance vis-a-vis men.
Are you bidding aggressively for the RSPY?
No, in terms of RSBY, we always look at each and every case is different. The loss experiences in different states are different. So we look at each and every state as a separate and then take decisions. Ultimately, we have seen most of the states, the RSBY loss experience has been favorable. It's not adverse. So we take a call based on the experience of the particular territory. But now there are quite a few changes which are coming up in the RSBY front. The central labor is now thinking of having an all-India technical evaluation of companies, empaneling the insurance companies in one stroke, and then each company will have to go only for a financial bid when they bid for the RSBY. So that's a change which is going to come in the current, for the next financial year.
That will be, I mean, when you put a financial bid, it's just
Price.
a price per.
Currently what happens is, currently every state comes over with a technical bid, financial bid. Every company has to again fill up a technical bid, get themselves technically qualified. So what the central labor department decided was there's no point in again and again making companies go through technical bids for each of the states. So they will do it for the entire year by inviting technical bids from all the companies and then empanel based on their criteria. And those companies can later put in their financial bids as and when the states come with their tenders. So it simplifies the whole process.
So it's just the first step is not there.
Yeah.
So everything will be looked up, seen afresh again.
That always happens. See, the bids are generally for 1 year. There are quite a few changes which they are contemplating, but this is one change which is already now being implemented, as we are seeing now. That will be done once in 3 years, and then whoever new persons have to be added, they can always get themselves enrolled. So quite a few things the central labor is contemplating. So maybe we will hear about it in a few days' time. But this is one major change I thought I should, which is good for all of us because there's no point in putting a technical bid every time.
Starting from one year.
But the cards will have to be reissued every year for each car.
No, they're also thinking of making the cards for 3 years. So issuing it every year.
Insurance renewals are all
They're all in progress. But generally, globally, the reinsurance market is soft. So we expect better terms. We think that the renewal season this year will go off smoothly for all the companies in the market.
on that cat pool and catastrophe?
It is still work in progress. And, I think nothing concrete has emerged. It's still being discussed at the ministry level.
Any development on the nuclear pool?
Again, it's still in the discussion stage only. There's nothing concrete emerged.
So are you not providing insurance covers to those companies which are dealing with Iran or
See, as far as Iran is concerned, the status quo continues. Though there are some positive signals coming out of the United States. And something positive is happening in terms of negotiations between US and Iran. But as far as insurance is concerned, the status quo continues. And we are handling it the same way as we've been handling it in the past. Thank you.
Thank you.
I now request Rakesh to formally give out the thanks.
Even will speaker CMD and our colleague from head office and members of the media from press. It's a great occasion that we are launching a new policy, especially for the women on our International Women's Day. 2 weeks back, we have introduced some policies for Bharatiya Mahila Bank, which was also especially meant for women. Apart from this, we are coming, as Lisa has said, a number of products are coming in coming days. So you will find a number of products suiting for the day-to-day requirement coming from you in India. In a short notice, you all have come here and taken note of our new policy. We hope that you will publicize this in a big way, because tomorrow is an International Women's Day and it's our dedication towards the women for the country. So once again, I thank you on my behalf, on behalf of the company, for coming and attending this.